Today we're going to be looking at the three different types of chemical resins. In the typical marketplace, we see three different types of resin. We see polyester resins, vinylester resins, and epoxy resins. Now it's important to remember that it's not always a case of the good, better, best scenario with resins. Certain resins are designed for specific applications and certain users. So it's important to make sure we always use the right resin for the job on the construction site. So with regard to applications, you can almost think of a situation you may have at home where we have Pritt stick, we have super glue, and we have araldite. And it's a case of you wouldn't use araldite to stick paper together. You wouldn't use Pritt stick to stick a broken vase together. And it's the same with chemical resins on construction sites, that we must make sure we're using the right resin for the job. So when we start looking at the elements of resin with regards to applications, we're looking at things like cure time, we're looking at pumpability, how easy the resin is to pump, and we're looking at performance. To give an example, if we were installing reinforcement bar into concrete, we need good performance. We need the resin not to cure very quickly, so we would choose the particular type of resin for that case. If we're just doing general building work and we're not too worried about performance, we want the resin to go off quickly, we would choose a different type of resin. Looking first at polyester resin, this has a fantastic curing time. However, it does suffer shrinkage. Most manufacturers only recommend studs up to M12, and it is for dry internal use only. So on the opposite end of the scale, we have our epoxy resin. This is the highest performance resin on the market. There is zero shrinkage. It offers many approvals for studs and reinforcement bars of all sizes. The only downside to epoxy resin, it can be difficult to pump, especially in cold weather, and the curing time can be anywhere between 12 and 24 hours. So with the epoxy resin, we have very high performance and long curing times. With polyester, we have low performance but very fast curing times. Ideally, what we need is a resin in the middle. So that leads us to talk on about the vinylester resin. Now the vinylester resin has most of the benefits of the epoxy resin with regards to approvals, stud sizes, rebar sizes, can be used in the wet as well as the epoxy, but it also has the benefits of the curing time that we use from the polyester resin. So there we have it, three different types of resins for different applications. It's important to make sure that you choose the right resin for the right application.